Lee, it's the first game of the new championship season. It must feel good to be back after everything that COVID-19 has thrown at the sport.
Absolutely, yeah. Just feels good to be off that bus from Whitehaven trip 2 weeks ago, to be fair. But yeah, it's been a long time coming as that. Over a year now since we last played in the league, and it's been a long time since we've been here at home as well. Widnes at home were our last game here. We haven't played any friendlies here, so it'll be good to get back out here, albeit with nobody actually supporting us, but we know they're there in spirit and we know they're there at home watching us.
You've had 2 weeks to prepare for the game this evening. What are you looking for from your players?
Well, there's got to be a response. It was nowhere near good enough. Just far too many errors, and that wasn't the real us. So we need to get back to what works well for the type of team we are. We need to make this a very, very difficult place for opposing teams to come, like it was last year. And that starts with keeping hold of the ball and defending better.
Is it fair to say that this is a fixture you would have wanted to start the season with, a chance to right the wrongs of what happened 2 weeks ago?
Oh yeah, I think so, yeah. Yeah, it's good that we're playing the same team that we were so disappointing against. It gives us a good chance to respond quickly. But it's a different competition. This is game one, really, of the league season. And like I say, we haven't been at home for a long time now, over 12 months, so it feels like a fresh start almost, even though obviously 2 weeks ago we had that game. So yeah, we're itching to get out there tonight.
Chris Anakin's back from suspension. That's a big lift.
It is, because even though our squad might be a decent size in numbers, in actual experience it's really small, and we need all our sort of key best men available, really, and Chris is one of them. So we missed him 2 weeks ago, and it'll be good to get him back tonight.
Thank you, Lee.
Cheers.
Age, he has had an unbelievable career, over 2,000 career points, and from the first weekend on this Easter weekend in April, the championship season starts for Dewsbury and Whitehaven. And what has season 2021 got in store for both these famous sides, as Whitehaven have first use of the ball? And I think we're going to see some ferocious tackling early doors as Mark Shockley gets to his feet and plays the ball there, Tony.
Definitely. This is the start that Lee Greenwood have wanted there. A bit of control around the ruck, slow them down. Everybody's looking pumped, ready to carry hard and tackle hard. It's a good first set.
So Whitehaven having first use of the ball. Back down the centre channel they go with Andy Dawson. Andy Dawson, good leg drive, good contact. 5 shy of halfway. Out of dummy half there from James Newton. Good, quick, fast hands. And Whitehaven on that fifth and last tackle. 40 metres out.
Let's see where they finish the set here, Emick.
Goes to Williams. Williams, a high hanging kick. Great take there by Andy Gabriel, the former Keighley Cougars man. And he, a safe pair of hands as the light will start to fade as the sun sets in the distance here. So Dewsbury's first use of the ball. Both coaches, Lee Greenwood and Gary Charlton, stressed in their post-match interviews or pre-match interviews the importance of discipline with the new rules, the 6 again, as it goes out of dummy half. Tom Garrett, big striding run there, up to halfway. Rhys Butterworth, the former Bradford and Huddersfield man, gives it on this right-hand hedge. Chris Anakin, who's back from his one-match suspension, has managed to keep hold of the ball. It's the last tackle, says referee Aaron Moore. The kick comes in from Liam Finn, straight down the throat there of McNally. Greg McNally was happy to take that one, immediately throats it out wide, and Whitehaven, I think that's a good kick chase there from Liam Finn, who was put under pressure, Tony.
Yeah, definitely a great kick. I think Greg McNally's positioning were great there. He took it with a bit of ease and time. It's a good set of piece, isn't it? They've both completed the first set. Things all settled down. As long as there's no penalties in the game early, I think this is a good start to the game, mate.
Mossop, another quick play of the ball there. That allows a chance for Whitehaven to just make a couple of metres forward. Here's Chris Taylor. Pushed backward there in that 3-man tackle. Anakin, Butterworth leading that Dewsbury Rams charge. Newton goes scampering out of dummy half. Meets Fraser Morris head on. And that's a good defensive set from the Dewsbury Rams. No score, 2.5 minutes gone. Here we go with Nick Williams. Whitehaven moving the ball over on the far stand side. And it was the last tackle, it was the power play. The referee says there was a forward pass before the knock on. And we saw Whitehaven play this expansive type of football last week.
Yep. It's going to be interesting now because Dewsbury are basically in good ball area now. One carry in and they're in Whitehaven's half. So let's see what Dewsbury can do in this half now.
Lee Greenwood's side presented with an early opportunity, but look at that from captain Mark Shackley. He's got a shift at Sellafield tomorrow morning, and he's tackling like he means it. He doesn't want that alarm going off at 5 o'clock in the morning. But Dewsbury, 40 metres out, good field position here as Butterworth thought about the dummy there to Morris. Did take the dummy, and he's made 5 metres forward. An early kick out of dummy half here. A chase back for Lachlan Walmsley.
Nice kick.
He's going to be trapped in goal. And that was a great kick there out of dummy half early in the count. Dewsbury still had options and tackles remaining. And Lachlan Walmsley, one of the new signings up at the recreation ground with the South Sydney Rabbitohs and Newcastle Knights in the New South Wales Cup, he concedes the dropout.
It's a fantastic set there. They did note special and they forced a dropout there for Dewsbury to then be back in, putting some more pressure on. So it's another set completed.
Dewsbury immediately back on the attack, and here goes Fraser Morris. He is upended just outside that 20-metre line. Butterworth to Finn. Finn looks for those runners. An angled run there from Ryder. Ryder fronts up. Good carry, good defence. Ellis Gillam comes in at the side. Butterworth goes to Anakin. Anakin, a lot of experience. Former Wakefield and had a spell also at Workington a couple of seasons ago. But Dewsbury attacking that Whitehaven line. Just a bit of a short delayed pass there, taking it right up to that on-rushing defensive line. And Dewsbury have come up with their first error of the evening.
It's just about forcing it again, isn't it? Forcing that ball. I don't think Dewsbury had the right numbers there. They were well equipped for Whitehaven to put up with that play. I don't think that lead ball there was on. He's just had a good shoulder on him, hasn't he?
Just a quick question, Tony. Obviously, as an ex-player, you never really experienced, a prolonged period in absence where rugby league was away like it has been in the past 13 months for the championship sides. But how soon or how long do you think it'll take for sides to regain that match fitness, that match sharpness?
Well, if you think about it, in pre-season, a club will have 4 or 5 pre-season games, and that's just to sort of bed the new players in, get the coaches' systems in place, and get everybody comfortable and match fit and ready for the start of the season. And from what we've looked at today, this is the 3rd game, is it? 4th game. So they won't be far off, but I still think it'll be 3 or 4 more games before we start to see some quality.
We've just seen Whitehaven come up with an error 30 metres out from their own line in centre field position there. Tom Wilkinson, he adjudged to have lost the ball in the tackle, and Dewsbury Rams have more good ball in good field position as it goes once again from Butterworth to Garrett. Tom Garrett really taking Dewsbury forward, made a good couple of yards there. Goes from Butterworth to Finn to Tomlinson, the Jamaican international. He's looking for a big year here at the Tetley Stadium, potentially to get in World Cup contention at the end of the year. Butterworth out of dummy half, finds it in centre field. It goes towards Finn. Finn and Sykes combined. Sykes looking very energetic and lively, and he's pushed out wide with a couple of tackles remaining here for the Dewsbury Rams. Still scoreless, looking for the first points. Finn to Morris. Morris twisted and turning, drives forward, rolled over on his back. Good defence there from Chris Taylor. Last tackle, Butterworth out of dummy half. Anakin head down towards the line. That is a great defensive set from Whitehaven. They come up with the error 30 metres out, but they have managed to hold out the Dewsbury Rams.
It's just a good set finish as well. He didn't get the kick in, but it's not bad really if you look at it. He's only 6 or 7 metres off their own try line. Dewsbury get a good defensive set in here. They're keeping Whitehaven, I think, for the last 2 or 3 sets now in their own 20, in their own 30, and they will get rewarded for that if they stay patient, Dewsbury.
Big run forward there certainly yards at a premium as Tom Wilkinson gets to his feet. Williams back to come down the middle channel though with Chris Taylor. Taylor brought down. There's 4 black, red and amber shirts there. Yet to see the first 6 again. Oh, penalty. I don't want to be a commentator's curse here, but both sides impeccable with their discipline in the opening exchanges. As Mark Shackley gets to his feet, he'll play the ball. They'll come down that middle channel once again. Tom Wilkinson, good contact. Once again, Dewsbury restricting Whitehaven inside their own half. Williams now looks up, kicks ahead. That one's taken on the full, on his own try line there from Joe Martin. And Martin has Gabriel outside him. And here goes Andy Gabriel on this main stand side. Gabriel's lost the ball. Referee Aaron Moore says knock on there. You could see the invitation. And Joe Martin, he shifted towards this main stand side. Gabriel was outside him. But Lachlan Walmsley, what a tackle that was. And Whitehaven now, their first spell of pressure on this Dewsbury line.
I just think that Dewsbury don't need to come up with the high-risk plays, especially in your own 30, 40 metres there. Keep it low, get a quick play at ball. They've just kept Whitehaven there in their own half for a while now. They need to just go back to that, keep the low-risk plays down.
Newton out of dummy half there, a scampering scurry run. 25 metres out here. A chance for Lee Greenwood's side to test their defence, but going straight down the middle is Carl Dixon. And Carl Dixon has made 15 metres there. Newton, although the referee, Aaron Moore, is going to say Carl Dixon has not played the ball correctly. He's lost the shirt, and that is a crucial error there, and that's huge relief and respite here for the Dewsbury Rams and Lee Greenwood's side. And it looks to the official there, does Carl Dixon. He's still got the shirt to pull over his back and took himself in, but another costly error here.
Definitely, Whitehaven looked very shaped up, ready to play that play there, and Dewsbury looked a little bit under pressure on their own 10 there, so I'd have been a bit mad with that one.
I guess if you're going to come up with an error, Gary Charlton will be hoping it is 5 metres out from your opponent's line and not your own line, and they now will be looking to put a good defensive spell of pressure here as the Rams move it down the short side as it goes from Butterworth to Gabriel. Gabriel brought down by 2 of those grey-shirted Whitehaven defenders. Butterworth back to Anakin. Anakin ducks out of that challenge there from Andy Dawson. Another quick play of the ball. Reece Butterworth with a dancing feet there, but he's caught in a tailspin. And Reece Butterworth brought down in a 3-man tackle, and Dewsbury have extinguished their 5 tackles. They're on the last. Martin out of dummy half to Sykes. Sykes, that's a real ugly kick, but that's taken on the full superbly there by Lachlan Walmsley. And Lachlan Walmsley, he'll certainly feel that one in the morning as Keenan Tomlinson comes in. So too there with Adam Ryder in a crunching 2-man tackle as Whitehaven just starting to get a feel here, up in the tempo as Jason Mossop, the older brother of Salford forward Lee Mossop, carries Whitehaven inside the Dewsbury half. There we go, it's the start of the season, even commentators are prone to a stutter, stammer or two. Whitehaven though, 30 metres out now, they've still got a tackle remaining. Newton to Shackley.
There we go.
To McNally. McNally out to Walmsley.
Great
tackle there from Andy Gabriel. He slid across like a 3-year-old coming down the big slide in a park, and he has took Lachlan Walmsley into touch.
Just fantastic defence. They had faith in their own defence there, didn't they? Gave him a bit of a yard, and he decided to take it, and he just bundled him in touch. Great tackle, great read.
Just over 10 minutes gone here. We're still looking for the first points. A real good, intense contest here, and it's another error. Well, I'm looking at the error count already, Tony,
yes.
And Dewsbury have made 3, Whitehaven have made 5, and another opportunity now. Both sides their own architects giving each other the ball.
I think sometimes when you're in this stage now, you've just got to go back to basics. You've got to get to that kick and rebuild, get back in the arm wrestle. They're trying to play a bit too early for me and forcing it.
What can Whitehaven do here? A fresh set of 6, once again in good field position. Newton to Williams to Dixon. Dixon out to McNally, and they are going to cross in the corner, and Whitehaven have opened the scoring, and it's the former South Sydney Rabbitoh, Lachlan Walmsley, and it's Whitehaven who lead Dewsbury here at the Tetley Stadium by 4 points to 0.
Just a fantastic try, that, Mick. They've just they've kept the shape, they've made Dewsbury work, but if you start noticing in the rucks there on the floor, they're starting to gain a lot quicker rucks now of Whitehaven, and they've just stuck with the simple moves. They've been doing little blocks round the backs and just hitting a good line, and that's just been keeping Dewsbury's defence honest. But if they can keep sticking to this now, keep going through the completion rate, cut these errors out what you're counting up, we should have a good game on hand.
Well, hopefully it's just early season jitters. And Lachlan Walmsley, his second try since joining Whitehaven in the close season. As we said, a lot of experience in that New South Wales Cup in Australia, featuring for both the South Sydney Rabbitohs and the Newcastle Knights, 22 years of age. And so far this season, 4 from 6 attempts. This one, a real tricky first assignment for the youngster, right on this main stand touchline. Looking at that ball, looking at the posts, trying to judge the trajectory. Draws that imaginary line, and that looks good from here, but I think I've jinxed him. It's just gone across the face of the post. 4 points to 0. And the message from Lee Greenwood is going to have to be, you have to be clinical with that ball. You have to keep hold of it.
Just be patient. I just think the forwards just need to be patient. They're trying to play too quick. They need to find the fronts. They need to play, quick, but they need to be in control of that ruck. Start to control the ruck and start to turn up, and then things will work for them.
Well, Dewsbury and Whitehaven have 7 wins each from the last 14 meetings. Dewsbury just 3 wins at home during that 14-game, 8-year period. And as we know, Whitehaven 23 16 winners when the two sides met last month in the Challenge Cup. And here come Whitehaven on the restart, looking to go back-to-back potentially as Walmsley gives it to Gillam.
Very quick ruck is this, Mick. They need to get control of the ruck now, Dewsbury.
Whitehaven just starting to stamp their authority on proceedings as Wilkinson, he will meet Michael Knowles head on with that black scrum cap. Right on halfway. Newton to Dawson. Dawson brought down by Garrett. Whitehaven on the last tackle after that early try from Lachlan Walmsley. Williams, a high hanging kick taken there by Martin. Martin will immediately run into 2 Whitehaven defenders, and one of those is Carl Dixon. Liam Finn goes in there at dummy half. Now it goes to Tomlinson. Tomlinson trying to carry Dewsbury forward. They trail by 4 points to 0. Liam Finn back in there at dummy half. One of those sets, Tony, where they're just going to alleviate the burden on the forwards, I feel. Just a couple of quick scoots there.
I feel that Dewsbury just need to get through to 5th and last and put it in a corner and start and get some field position back and start and put the pressure back on them like they did start the game. At the minute, they've just gone a bit wide from that.
Dewsbury on the halfway line. It is the 5th and last tackle. Butterworth to Sykes. Sykes. That's a perfectly weighted kick here. It will test McNally. McNally's been taken out in the air there. And that was Matt Fleming who didn't quite time his tackle. And Greg McNally straight up to his feet. Matt Fleming's down there on his back. And it's Matt Fleming who has conceded the penalty there. As we just see the replay, Tony. I don't think he can have any complaints. The referee right there in front of that incident. The first penalty of the evening. And it will go to the visitors, Whitehaven.
Yeah, it's a shame that as well, because Dewsbury came out of their own 10 there and finished in their 30, in Whitehaven's 30, and to give a cheap penalty away like that, it's going to be costly again, because Whitehaven are making easy yards at the minute, and they've got some good shape. So let's see what they bring up here.
Matt Fleming, okay to continue. Spells with St Helens and London. He has what Lee Greenwood describes as an effective support play. Whitehaven, a fresh set of 6 then. looking good for that early 4-0 lead as we head towards the 20th minute here. Mick Gledall and Tony Tonks, your commentary team this evening. Game 5 of the new Betfred Championship season. Mark Shackley has just gone down there inside the Dewsbury half, Tony.
I think he's just butted his knee, trying to riddle out of the tackle there, trying to get a quick play. I don't think there's out in it.
Straight up to his feet. Whitehaven, they've got options on this main stand side. It'll go from Newton to Dawson. Quick play the ball. Whitehaven really taking the game here to Dewsbury in this first quarter. Newton now in front of the posts. Back to Dawson. Dawson's second carry, and that's the last tackle in this set. Good field position here as it goes to Dixon, to Williams. Williams, hot potato stuff. The kick comes in from Taylor. Just a little bit too much there from Chris Taylor. Joe Martin happy that one's gone dead, and that will be a crucial 7-tackle set coming up here for the Dewsbury Rams.
It's still good rugby to watch. So Whitehaven are showing us here now, they're getting a foot in the game now, and they're starting to play some good expansive rugby, and it's good to see. That's what we want to watch.
That was the 0 tackle. So can Dewsbury end this set inside Whitehaven territory as the two former Bradford Academy men combine? Butterworth there to Tomlinson. Tomlinson just shy of halfway on that first tackle. Now it goes to Finn towards Anakin. Anakin, 2 metres inside the Whitehaven half, and it's a penalty. Reece Butterworth catching those markers, not square, and it will be the first penalty of the evening that has gone to the Dewsbury Rams, a penalty apiece. So both sides really disciplined here as Liam Finn
Dewsbury
finds
needed
touch.
that, yeah.
And there's a chance here now, 10 metres out, as Dewsbury now will look to get their first points of the new championship season, and it's a former championship man of the year, man of steel, when he played for the Sheffield Eagles, Michael Knowles. 5 metres out, it goes a short ball there from Butterworth to Garrett. Garrett's crashed over the line, but he's pushed back in the field of play. Oh, the tension building here. Butterworth towards Sykes. Sykes slips and goes forward, and McNally comes in with the tackle. 2 tackles remaining here for the Rams. Butterworth to Morris. Fraser Morris driving towards the try line. Referee right on top of the play of the ball. Butterworth now to Finn. The show a bit of spark and expansiveness as it goes from Sykes to Tomlinson. Tomlinson's wrapped up on the last tackle. Quick play of the ball. It's another penalty. Reece Butterworth's over the line, but the referee's whistle and the peep went before Butterworth put the ball down in the beep.
I think Dewsbury have just got to complete again here. Don't worry about scoring. Keep putting that pressure on them and take Whitehaven's game away from them by just keep the ball in hand here.
Reece Butterworth will tap the ball. Anakin straight in the middle of it, and that ball has come out in the tackle, and the referee looks to the touch judge, and the touch judge says it's a loose carry. It is another error here for the Dewsbury Rams, their 5th of the evening, and that has come in good ball as we just see Wormsley there. Is it just a loose carry, or is there an arm in there, Tony?
There is, yeah. The 16 there had the hands on the ball there. It's a bit unlucky, isn't he? But it's just the way the game goes sometimes.
What's it like as a player when you're carrying that ball in and someone has a little touch and in your hearts of hearts it's been reached out, but the referee's given a knock on?
I think what you're going to do is be heard. Let them know that you're going to come for them and get back into them, because something you've got to try and work. Here we go. It's on.
It's on here at the Tetley Stadium.
Are we wrestling or are we having a go?
We're not having a go. It was certainly interesting at the Share yesterday, the game I was covering for local radio. It was certainly handbags between Jacob Fairbank and Greg Richards of the London Broncos, but I just think this is good. I think this will just be a penalty here to Whitehaven for the initial high tackle, but the referee will stop the clock.
I just think Dewsbury are looking frustrated at the minute. they're trying, they're playing, they're pushing plays, but they're coming up with errors, and a bit of frustration is coming out there.
No, I know you slipped up, it's an high tackle. Let's just watch what we're doing.
Referee's just talking to Michael Knowles there.
No, you just control yourself, I'll control.
And the referee has just said he knows he slipped into the tackle, so it's going to be nothing more than a penalty. And that's good refereeing from Aaron Moore. There's obviously no love lost between these two sides. They've had some very fierce competitive battles in recent years. And Aaron Moore, very cool, calm, collective decision there. And he will give Whitehaven their second penalty of the evening. And a chance now, Tony, for Whitehaven potentially to get a crucial second score.
Just watch where they shape up here now, Whitehaven. They'll carry in, they'll get to a point, and what they'll do is they might have another go, and then they'll try and pick somebody out and target a player of Dewsbury and send numbers to them, hoping that they'll wedge in, and then they might just bring the winger in from the corner again. They've been doing that quite a lot. Let's see what they put in front here.
Williams to Wilkinson. Wilkinson wrapped up. Whitehaven. Excellent field position. Newton goes short, and Shackley goes the direct route, bouncing off one, turns his back, and he's rolled over there in a three-man tackle. 5 metres out. That's how close Whitehaven are. It goes towards Dixon. A chance in at the corner, and there's going to be a second Whitehaven try. Has he got the ball down? The referee looks. He says he's got it down to Jason Mossop, but Aaron Moore gets the call from the touch judge, and he will say that Jason Mossop, in the act of scoring, has lost the ball over the line.
It's crazy, isn't it, how it's just worked out there. Another error's cost them a try. But I feel like Dewsbury, they've been let off there. But they are definitely targeting the middle, hoping that Dewsbury get the numbers wrong, and they're just shipping it wide.
0, move Alice! 0!
Dewsbury 0, Whitehaven 4, and Whitehaven very nearly coming close to doubling their advantage here. Tell you what, it's just picking up in tempo and the intensity out there on the field as Adam Ryder, a number of former Keighley men now playing for Lee Greenwood and the Dewsbury Rams. There's a very short pass there. He's dealt with by Dewsbury's number 7, Liam Flynn, and he will get to his feet. He'll play the ball, a short ball from Butterworth to Anakin. Dewsbury now up in the tempo, right in front of the Whitehaven post. Here goes Butterworth to Finn. They're calling for it with Tomlinson. Tomlinson offloads the ball. No, he doesn't. He keeps hold of it. Great play there from Dewsbury. They're on the last tackle. It goes to Butterworth. He plots a course towards the line, kicks ahead. Butterworth reaches out to score, but the referee will say that is another knock on. And we have a bit of an error of fun here in the opening 20 minutes, Tony, here.
I'm just trying to work out here, Mick, why Ryder didn't get the ball out here, because he's one of the guys who makes one of the most yards in the team. He's an absolute beast of a man, but he ain't getting the ball out wide. You'd be feeding him out wide to get you over that try line. I'm wondering when he's going to get it.
We just saw a replay of that incident. Jason Mossop, very difficult from the camera there, but referee Aaron Moore right on top of it, so he had the best view, you would say, and he's a judge. Now, Mossop lost the ball on the line.
Gone back.
Newton, did he drop the ball forward there? Referee says it's gone backwards. And Whitehaven now looking to probe with Dixon up to halfway. Not sure if you can hear the thunderous tackles coming through your TV screens, phone screens, laptops and iPads, however you're watching the game this evening, but I tell you what, there's some brutal, heavy collisions out there. They're on the last tackle. Dixon, Fred's one through, Wormsley's chasing, just a little bit too much on that one, and of course, with no scrums in 2021, it will be a chance for Dewsbury to play the ball in centre field.
They're picking on Liam Finn's side here, aren't they? They're putting numbers on him, they're making him work. And Jack Ryder's Jack Ryder is busy trying to make the tackles with him, and it's pulling him out of shape, and Whitehaven are having a bit of joy down the side.
15 minutes to half time, Tony. Where are you feeling this one? Where's it going? Where's that imaginary pendulum swinging? Is it going to Dewsbury, or is it ever so slightly with Whitehaven?
I think it's still close. I think Whitehaven are displaying better shape, and they're running the right plays, and they are being patient. but you don't know when it's going to click. There's only 4 points in it, and Dewsbury just need to click. And I think Sam Day's come on now, and you'll see a massive improvement around the ruck and the speed of the ruck.
Sam Day on for East Butterworth, and Day's first touch is towards Anakin, the former Wakefield man, and he is upended and halted by Tom Walker and pushed back there by Ellis Gillam. Liam Finn now to Morris. Morris just inside that Whitehaven half. Dewsbury just turning the pressure on, you feel here, ever so slightly as it goes out wide from Day to Knowles. And Knowles brought down 10 metres inside this Whitehaven half now as Sykes to Finn. Good, quick, fast hands. It goes towards Ryder. Ryder, though, his run. Look at that defence.
Well, that's
suffocating.
First time he's touched that, mate. And look at that, 4 players round him. They can't do it with him. So why can't they put him on opposite centre? Put him on him, he's in, innit? So why not use it?
Last tackle here, Martin towards Finn. Perfectly weighted kick here. That has touched the Dewsbury hand for mine. Referee says knock on in the in goal. And I think we'll have a tap on the 20-metre line. But we've seen the determination there of Adam Ryder against 4 Whitehaven defenders.
Big guy keep calling him Jack. It's Adam. But great rugby. This is what we want to see now, isn't it? It's nearly 30 minutes in. Starting to see a good game now.
Well, I'll tell you what, some of my favourite games that I've seen in the Rugby League spectrum, they're not the 38-32s. I tell you what, it's the 10-6s, the 8-6s. Oh, I tell you what, Rugby League's back, and it's absolutely fantastic to be here. And I tell you what, Dewsbury, Whitehaven, and all the other supporters of the Championship and League One clubs, May the 17th, just around the corner here. You can say it's next month when those first supporters will be allowed back into Rugby League stadiums. Here goes Newton out of dummy half, and he meets the Dewsbury defence head on there, and that's the last tackle. It had to be a crucial tackle there as it goes from McNally now towards Dixon looking to play tricks with the floodlights, but that's a great takeover on the far stand side, and great carry, great fend, great bump, and Dewsbury now will come and turn defence into attack. And Will Oakes, the former Hulkingston Rovers man there, had a spell at the York City Knights a couple of seasons ago as well, and really safe as houses. And here goes Andy Gabriel. Andy Gabriel still going. He's dragging the Whitehaven defender with him. Referee very patient, allows play to continue. Martin to Knowles. Knowles kicks ahead. Whitehaven safety first. That one is kicked dead there by James Worthington. Safety first, and Dewsbury in the blink of an eye, on the back of that amazing run down the middle, the heart and soul of the Whitehaven defence from Andy Gabriel. They have a repeat set.
I think it just came from the fullback there, Mick. Took it clean. Great return. It kept it quick, and the wingers just snuck through the gap. That's what you want.
Look at this for athleticism. Oh, run, Andy, run.
Okay.
And it's this. He's grabbing hold of the shorts and still dragging him.
Get some tight shorts on.
Well, I tell you what, this game has just flown by. 30 minutes gone nearly. And, Morris! I tell you what, the big hits are coming.
Well,
everybody letting off 12 months of tension as Dewsbury are given the first 6 again of the new season between these two sides in the Championship. And now Dewsbury with 6 more tackles looking for their first points as it goes from Sykes to Knowles. Knowles like a man possessed, pushed over towards the far stand side. That'll give Dewsbury some good field position to set their attacking line as Andy Thornley comes on, and he has just put a big crunching tackle on Anakin. Here it goes, Day to Finn. Finn, short ball there towards Morris. Morris has lost the ball though, right in front of the Whitehaven post.
You can't afford that. You're building pressure and he's just bust the bubble. You've got to keep building pressure there. Whitehaven was soaking it up, but you felt that they were ready for the next attacking play, to either it Nosey on one side or Ryder on the other. They're building pressure, and it's good rugby from Dewsbury now. But these errors are going to catch them out if they can't get on top of them.
10 minutes to go. to half-time. If you've caught this game late, just a try from Lachlan Walmsley in the 13th minute. Well, we've seen points aplenty in the Championship already this season. This one, perhaps one of the tightest of the lot, as Whitehaven awarded their third penalty of the evening because Dewsbury were offside. And Aaron Moore, he could have picked a number of those Dewsbury players. Greg McNally, his return to Whitehaven. We'll see. Whitehaven find touch. And they've got a full set 30 metres out. Is this the moment that dam of the Rams bursts? Because after soaking up all that pressure, another error from the Rams, and then that penalty, we could be about to see a 10-point swing in proceedings. Walker brought down there by Day. Morris also involved in that tackle. They go on that short side with Williams, and now Whitehaven have lost the ball. What are we putting the errors down to, Tony? We've had 15 so far. Are we putting it down to the shakiness and the stutteriness of the new season, or just the ferociousness of the defence? That line speed from Dewsbury straight out in your faces. You've only got a millisecond to make a decision what you're doing.
It's confusing, isn't it? You're looking at it, and there's some good rugby for spells, and then also the errors are coming back in. I just think that they're just overplaying sometimes, and the timing's not right. But it's like I say, beginning of the season, you have 4 or 5 friendlies, and you get your sent into the season. Then I think they've only had 3 each.
Well, when we spoke to Lee Greenwood ahead of kick-off, he said that his side know what they did wrong up at Whitehaven, and they've trained well all week. They need to show the same hunger in training out there on the field this evening, and hopefully the result will come on the back of a good, strong performance. Well, certainly in the defensive stake, it has been a star, 10 out of 10. They're on the last tackle now, so is Whitehaven's defence. Liam Fing looks to catch Walmsley out of position, but Walmsley comes across, takes that on the full. His back turned to the Rams defence, and he's immediately brought down there by Jason Walton, who's just come on the field wearing number 11. Jason Walton making his Dewsbury Rams debut this evening as Whitehaven just tried to carry the ball with James Worthington, former Oldham, Wigan man. A number of Whitehaven players who have played for either Barrow or Workington up there in West Cumbria. And I tell you what was really, really pleasing, Tony, out of this Whitehaven side was that out of the 21-man squad, 13 of them have come from homegrown territory. You know, you talk about Egremont, Seaton, Kells, Askham, Millham, Ulverston, Wharf-Brow, Hesingham, if I've pronounced it right.
Yeah. It's brilliant, eh? That's what you want to hear. That's where you grow your game up in Cumbria.
Hang on a second, the ball was lost there by Gabriel. The referee said it went back, and Joe Martin, a safe pair of hands there to deal with that hiccup there. But just going back, you know, Tony, 13 homegrown players, and some of those great names like Kells, Wharf-Brow, Seaton.
Your grassroots are the key, mate. Your grassroots, you've got to get them kids in. You've got to get lots of rugby in your local areas and then promote it and bring. And this is what comes through. You get them juniors coming through.
Okay, now.
Dewsbury still looking for their first points. 34 minutes gone. Oh, the tension building here. Big strong run. Oh, he's floated the ball backwards there. Sykes was looking for it. Day picks up, and it was Aaron Hall, the former Swinton man. Michael Knowles has had the ball stolen. And will you take the 2? Do you take the 2 here, or do you put the pressure on? Because you think about it, 35 minutes gone, and Paul Sykes is having a long, hard think.
No,
but
he's going to play in it.
He's got the call. He's got the call from Lee Greenwood. Oh, big, crucial centre 6 coming up here. Paul Sykes to Hall.
One, move Ellis. Liam here. Liam, make it.
That's Garrett now playing the ball. Dazing at dummy half to Annie King. Absolutely relentless there. Like a little Yorkshire Terrier as it goes from Sam Day. And Sam Day's got the ball down for mine. And Sam Day has just come on the field. And Dewsbury Rams have their first points of the new Championship season. It's underneath the black dot there. And it's an easy conversion for Paul Sykes. But look at this, Tony.
This is what you want, innit? Just before half time, Sam Day's come on straight off the bench, and he's brought an impact straight in. He's quickened the ruck up. He's got his forwards running. They are offloading. They've caught Whitehaven off guard there, and because the ruck is nice and quick, Sam Day's took advantage of that and just snuck in straight under the post. You should say this is a 6-4 game now. And just before half-time, if they keep that, I think Dewsbury should be happy with that, with all the errors that they've done going in front.
Well, they said that in the Water Splash Challenge Cup final. Poor Don Fox. We won't put the mockers on Paul Sykes, but so far this season, kicking at 75%, 3 from 4 attempts, and the 39-year-old over 2,000 career points with that trusty left boot. And the Dewsbury Rams do have the lead here. 4 minutes out from half-time.
I just think this is a big set now for Dewsbury. They've got to complete. They've got to turn the ball over in Whitehaven's 20 or 10 there, turn it straight back on them and put them straight under pressure and see if they can sneak over again. They may have one set left in them now, but I reckon if they can do that, they could sneak over again and make it a 10 or 12 point game.
You just see on the replay here, Tony, Whitehaven just struggling to scramble back and set their defensive line up. Sam Day realising Greg McNally there holding the left arm, and Greg McNally, well, he's still out there on the field. He's been given the OK by the Whitehaven physio, but great eyesight there from Sam Day. He certainly had the carrots over the Easter weekend because he realised Greg McNally, the Whitehaven fullback, was just in the in-goal area holding that left arm, and that was where the gap was. And Dewsbury lead by 6 points to 4. Welcome back, Championship Rugby League, and here come Dewsbury now, looking for more points as it goes towards Jason Walton. 10 shy of that halfway line. Day back out of dummy half on this right-hand side towards Ryder, and Ryder has gone down.
Yeah, contact with the head, I think.
Yeah, it looks to be in some pain, and on will come the physio and the doctor straight away, Tony. And Adam Ryder, well,
it looked more of a slap than anything in the face. It was like he sort of braced himself for contact and put a step in at the same time, and he came second best off there, did Ryder. But I think he'll be all right.
Well, he wanted to get up and play the ball, and he's just going to be given the all clear here. But in this era of HIA and head injury assessments, the doctor happy that Adam Ryder has replied to the question, where are you and what day is it? And he said it's Saturday night and it's the start of the championship season, and Dewsbury are leading Whitehaven.
This guy's been brilliant, who's just come on, carried the ball, number 20 here.
Aaron Hall.
Yeah, brilliant. He set the stall coming on. I think he's been the game changer with his carries.
Last tackle here for the Rams. Back on halfway with Sykes to Fane. Oh, it's a tester for young Walmsley on this main stand side. Walmsley, leap of faith like a salmon going upstream, and he's pushed back on his own 20-metre line. And let me tell you, that is not easy when you've got Ryder, Gabriel and Walton bearing down on you.
Definitely not.
Whitehaven, perhaps this will be their last possession before half-time here. Mick Gledell, Tony Tonks on the OurLeague app. It's Dewsbury 6, Whitehaven 4. I think both coaches will be relatively pleased that the game is in the balance, despite...
Jason Walton's putting himself about. He's looking very good, isn't he? He's trying to get that rust off. He hasn't played in a while. He's putting his set about. He's looking great.
Chance there as it goes towards Liam Cooper. He'll get to his feet, will Cooper. Newton, back to Williams. That looks ugly. Gabriel. Oh, he thought to himself, was that a UFO there coming into view? But Walmsley has got the ball back and he's offloaded it to a Dewsbury man. And with 30 seconds remaining here at the end of the first half, Dewsbury will just use the game management and experience of Paul Sykes and Liam Finn surely to just take a very narrow and very slender 2-point lead into the sheds as Gabriel comes in from his wing position just to shore up that Dewsbury attack. Day to Sykes to Martin. You don't want to come up with an error inside your own half with seconds left in the first half as Sam Day now goes on a scoop out of dummy half. We're told there's another 20 seconds left in this first half, so the clock not an actual representation on the OurLeague app this evening. Apologies as it goes down towards McNally. McNally takes it, Shields. himself from the ball. It goes towards Walmsley, and Walmsley is brought down, and there is the half-time hooter. Well, it's been a real tight, tense affair here. Just a try apiece and 2 points separating the Rams and Whitehaven this evening. Your thoughts on a really entertaining first 40 minutes?
It's been really good. I think it's been a forwards battle in the middle. I think there's been too many errors, but we expected that, like we mentioned earlier. But I think Dewsbury's bench, who have come on, Sam Day, Jason Walton and Aaron Hall, have changed the game in favour now for Dewsbury. It just all depends on now how they come out for the second half.
Who's going to be the happier of the two coaches, Tony?
I think Lee Greenwood, because that was a great way to finish the game, finish the first half. You're coming in off a positive, and you need to go out and create some more positivity in the first 10 minutes of the second half. So I think he'll be happy with that. I think the Whitehaven coach will be looking to fix some areas up and try and get them back to how they started the game off.
So Dewsbury, a very slender lead, 6 points to 4, just 2 points the difference. Walmsley gets us back underway. 40 minutes separate these two sides between their first point or points of the new championship season. And Dewsbury now, they'll be looking for an electric start as Joe Martin goes out of dummy half and he's brought down 25 metres out. Sam Day now looks for Anakin. Anakin once again. I tell you what, if you want to bulldoze a block of flats, why use demolition when you can just get Chris Anakin to charge into him? That's what he's been doing on this Whitehaven defensive line as a couple of fireworks go off outside the stadium towards our left, and that's a good strong run there from Tom Garrett, and he's really looking to get some early ascendancy here for the Rams, who are on the last tackle. Sykes, high hanging kick for Greg McNally to take. McNally under pressure there from Martin. He thought about the offload to Walmsley, decided to keep hold of the ball, and I'm guessing, Tony, with just a try apiece in the first half, it's going to be all about that composure,
completion, get to the right areas of the field, and just make your tackles as well. You know, when you're defending. Let's see who breaks first. Let's see who makes the first mistake.
Newton once again looking for those willing runners out of dummy half. A short flat pass there, and the referee is going to say this is going to be a penalty on the halfway line for the shoulder off the ball. I was watching the flight of the ball there. I didn't quite see who the Dewsbury player was, but this is an early opportunity for Whitehaven, their fourth penalty this evening.
You just need to cut that out, don't they? Get into the game, create the game for themselves, take control of the game. Doing little things like that don't do it.
Whitehaven,
here, Tom.
they've won here at the Tetley Stadium on their previous 3 visits, looking to make it 4 in a row this evening. As Newton, short ball to Walker. Walker's rolled over on his back right in front of the Dewsbury post as it goes on that left-hand side. And there's a chance here now for Williams, or should I say Dixon. Williams calling for the ball in centre field. 5 metres out now. They could almost touch that Dewsbury try line. Williams to Phillips. Straight down that middle channel on that last tackle. They're going to call for it on this main stand side. Williams has it. Williams with the footwork. Williams brought down 5 metres out. He went on the power play, and it was Michael Knowles who went straight there for the legs and dragged down the Whitehaven scrum half. And that is going to be a play the ball here. And temper's just getting a little bit fiery. Clearly something's happening in the tackle. And I tell you what, we've just seen a replay there.
His head took off, didn't he?
Matt Fleming went above the shoulders. The officials have missed that one.
Let's go.
Good defence by Whitehaven there, mate.
Dewsbury trying to keep the ball in the field of play here.
Play it well. Go 1.
And we're seeing players now lose the shirts. You almost suspect this one is just rumbling a little bit. Chance now for Sam Day to move the ball over on the right edge with Ryder. Another quick play of the ball, and here come Dewsbury Rams now. Jason Walton is made 15 metres forward.
It's a great carry by Jace Walton there.
Aaron Hall on that last tackle, just 5 metres inside the Whitehaven half now. Sam Day to Liam Finn. Liam Finn goes the aerial route. Great take there by Walmsley, and he's been taken in the air. And you've got to question
another penalty again, isn't it? You've just got to cut them out.
You've got to question Andy Gabriel and Adam Ryder there. What were they thinking? Because they've got the ball in what Dewsbury would class as good ball, which is inside the Whitehaven 20-metre line, and they've just presented Greg McNally with a chance now to take Whitehaven 10 shy of halfway.
You'd expect it, and he's Finney and Sykes, two most experienced people on field for Dewsbury, to be having a word now about these cheap penalties and mistakes, because they are costing them.
Liam Cooper throws himself into that tackle. A full set of 6 now as it goes from Newton on that left-hand edge. Looking hungry, looking energetic as Jason Mossop carries Whitehaven just outside that 20-metre line. Dewsbury though alert to that Whitehaven danger. 6 points to 4. 5 minutes into the second half. And that's a lovely ball there. And what a crunchy tackle that is from Sam Day. Liam Cooper has gone without the ball. It's another error and a chance here now for Dewsbury just to calm things down and be very patient in their approach, because it is a 0 tackle and it will be a play the ball with Matt Fleming.
Just here, watch Dewsbury compared to Whitehaven here. Whitehaven's forwards have been finding the fronts, getting a quick play of the ball, and it's been creating opportunities for them. Dewsbury are a bit messy around the ruck. They're not finding the fronts, they are getting turned on the backs, and it's slowing it down. And I'd say Whitehaven are in control.
We've just seen Brett Phillips putting hands on the ball in the ruck, and the referee giving Dewsbury a fresh set of 6, on which they're on tackle number 2 now, I believe. So 2 6 agains, both in favour of the Dewsbury Rams, the men at home in West Yorkshire
Ryder
here.
Again.
And look at Ryder there, still going forward. I tell you what, this game really could be decided by the bounce of a ball.
Go 3.
Really close as Garrett now to Anakin via Sykes.
4.
They're only on tackle number 4 now.
Go 4.
They've had 2 sets of 6 as Day kicks ahead. There's a chase back from McNally. He's under pressure there from Sam Day, who chases his own kick. And McNally has done exceptionally well there. A lot of experience there from the 30-year-old. His second time and spell at Whitehaven.
Let's give a penalty away, mate.
And now Dewsbury have conceded the penalty. They were trying to push McNally back in the in-goal area. And this is a huge bit of relief and respite. Although they've only made 10 metres there on the place kick. You've had chance, Tony, to look at the action and where this game's gone. Which coach? Is it going to be Lee Greenwood or Gary Charlton is going to be best pleased with what they've seen in the opening 10 minutes of the second half?
I think Gary Charlton will be happy, because they're composed out there, Whitehaven. They're just playing the sets out, they're making the tackles, they're going through motions and just turning up for each other. They're finding the fronts, the forwards are coping with that. I think Lee Greenwood will be scratching his head and trying to get some messages out there.
Whitehaven on their second tackle because of another 6 again, their first of the evening, and a chance now for Whitehaven to go probing on the edges. Aaron Hall back in defence, if line for the Rams, and here he comes running out, and he looks to make the tackle, and he does make the tackle, does Aaron Hall. Goes straight for the legs there, and Whitehaven 30 metres out now. Williams, drop of the ball there from Andy Fawnley, and Andy Fawnley has just coughed the ball up there. I think he had a little look at the oncoming duo, as I would if I saw Tom Garrett and Aaron Hall coming into my
Yeah, he definitely
vision.
had a look.
Time off.
Referee, is this going to stop the clock? Because Greg McNally receiving treatment there from the Whitehaven physio. And I think, if we're being brutally honest, Tony, we've not seen either side go out there and wrestle that ascendancy and get that momentum.
there's been no arm wrestle, has there? There's just been errors. There's been errors in the game, which has cancelled out any flow of game. And what we're after, I think, if they can get the forwards going again, carrying, getting to set points, getting leads running through, hitting lead balls, just create some good rugby again. I think we'll see a different spell in the game, but at the minute it's just too messy.
Greg McNally given the all clear. Made his debut for Whitehaven as a 17-year-old, a famous Thursday evening championship game 13 years ago. I remember watching that in my front room. One of Whitehaven's great rugby league moments. Jed Stokes on the field at the end. Whitehaven beating Salford by 26 points to 22.
Carry.
Good carry there from Walton. Offloads the ball. Here goes Sykes. Sykes to Fleming. Fleming has the line ahead open of him. Fleming against Williams.
Try.
Fleming is going to score a sensational try for the Dewsbury Rams. It's their second of the evening, and they have broken the second half deadlock. And look at that from Matt Fleming, the former St Helens and London Broncos centre, rolling back the years here. And it's Dewsbury who lead Whitehaven by 10 points to 4.
Oh, how good was that from Jason Walton there? He brings a bit of energy, a bit of enthusiasm, mixes it up in the middle, gets a great offload, and everybody jumps forward off that and plays off back of it. Could be the game changer, but let's just hope that they complete after this kick now and get back up on there and put the pressure back on Whitehaven.
You could just see Williams, a very valiant chase back there, just couldn't ankle tap Matt Fleming, and that's his second try of the year. His first in the championship. He did score in that Challenge Cup game, which Whitehaven were victorious by 23 points to 16. It was 10-all at half time after Morris and Ryder had scored for the Rams. Walmsley and Taylor for Whitehaven, and it was a very late try from Greg McNally and his drop goal as Paul Sykes adds the extra 2 points. And we have daylight at long last between these two sides this evening on the OurLeague app. It is Mick Gledell and Tony Tonks, your commentary team this evening. Matt Fleming, look at the speed there. Williams, the valiant chase back. But as you said, Tony, it was all about Jason Walton getting that ball out of that tackle.
Don't you think Dewsbury's bench has brought something to the game? It's been fantastic.
We're back underway here. We've had 3 tries now in 50 minutes. 30 minutes left here.
Hold. Go 1.
Martin in there at dummy half. Oh, I'll tell you what a fantastic game this has been so far. Whitehaven still in the arm wrestle, still in the fight as it goes from Day towards Gabriel. He just shifts across on that right edge. Here goes Walton again on a debut. What a debut for Jason Walton. Certainly the former Salford, Batley and Featherstone man enjoying his evening here. Here goes Aaron Hall. Aaron Hall using that upper body strength, the muscle. And they're on the last tackle here with Liam Finn. Lovely, perfectly weighted kick straight down the throat there of Walmsley. And Whitehaven now are going to have to come from deep.
Hold 8. Hold.
Where's this game going now, Tony, after that try?
I think it's swung into Dewsbury's favour, but if they chuck a couple of errors in again, they release the pressure, don't they, off Whitehaven. At the minute, the pressure's on Whitehaven.
Whitehaven just looking for a bit of a pick-me-up here. This Dewsbury defence, the line speed, straight away there. As you can see, a fine example. Whitehaven's movement, momentum restricted there, just to 5 metres. Aaron Hall in defence. Sam Day comes in this time, and Whitehaven restricted to just 30 metres on this set of 6. It's going to be a kick out of dummy half, straight down towards Oakes. Oakes will take the ball in from this maidstand side, and he will head into centre field. And Dewsbury, you feel, just getting a little bit of momentum and a stranglehold on this game as we see Whitehaven's number 32 there, Aidan Roden. He is a loan season signing from the Wigan Warriors, played against the Australian Schoolboys back in 2019. and he will be looking to make an impact. But here's a player making an impact. It's Michael Knowles, and it's going to be Matt Fleming again. Fleming to the corner. It's a sensational try here. Money in the bank from Matt Fleming. What a break it was from Michael Knowles. He sucked in that Whitehaven defence, and Matt Fleming, 2 tries in 2 minutes. Dewsbury have a stranglehold at long last on this game.
Fantastic try that, matey. If you've started noticing now that the Adam Ryder, Michael Knowles, are starting to get some joy out wide. They're starting to get one-on-ones, and what it's doing then is when they're getting the one-on-ones and getting half breaks there, they're managing to get the ball away, which has then created a cracking try. Fantastic rugby. This is what we want to see, mate.
Just as we said, we thought that pendulum was ever so slightly tilting in favour of Lee Greenwood and the Dewsbury Rams. And Whitehaven, they now face a real challenge to get back in this game. And you talk about Aaron Hall, who's just come back off the field now after a devastating run for John Magrin, who's going to get his first taste of Championship Rugby League. What a Tetley contribution there it has been, but certainly it's all about the finishes. And Matt Fleming, as we said, that support play we mentioned in the first half,
That's 1 minute, Paul.
real effective, and he now has 3 tries for the new season. Paul Sykes looks to pilot this ball, but he's given up the ghost, and Paul Sykes, he is superhuman after all, and Whitehaven remain in this game. But look at this from Michael Knowles, twisting, turning, he thinks he's at the fairground on the waltzers, draws in that defence, and Fleming, 20 metres out, slides over.
I think Fleming's come off there, you know, matey. But what a cracking try that is. They've got to complete this next set now, though. They've got to keep this positivity going, keep going forward. Forwards keep laying the platform. I think there's been a couple of subs in there as well. So they've got some standards to reach now. I think the bench previously have set the standards. They've got to meet it now or rise it.
One move, Alice! Get square!
Dewsbury.
Go one.
Ryder now. Brought
2.
down
Move now!
by Young.
Hold!
Aidan Roden. Ryder just
Ball 2.
takes another tumble there. Here goes John Magrin, the former London
Move!
and Bradford forward, now
Ball
here
3.
at the Tetley Stadium. He's another Jamaican international out there on the field, along with Keenan Tomlinson,
Still
looking
3.
for a big impact and a big year, and here he goes. Goes straight down that middle, still going,
4.
looks for an offload,
Bring it
decides
down.
to keep
Get
hold
square.
of the ball. Dewsbury on the 4th tackle
4.
here, as it goes out of dummy half. A short, crisp pass there from
5.
Day towards
Last.
Garrett. Garrett
5.
now on that last tackle. They're 20 metres
back.
out. They lead by 12. Are we talking about going
Okay.
for a 1 point? No, we're not. Fing to the corner. That's been allowed to bounce. It's a live ball. Whitehaven have lost it into touch. And referee Aaron Moore looks to the touch judge.
Okay,
and I
on the
think
last.
they're going to
So
say
it's a
it
Whitehaven.
was a
Is it on the
knock
line,
on
Greg?
by Dewsbury first. So Whitehaven.
Yeah, it's still a good set. I'm just watching Liam Finn here. He's playing comfortable now. You can see him moving around, directing people. The forwards have laid the platform for him. He's working off back of it. He's looking good. He's directing people around. He's more relaxed. So I think there could be another try or 2 in here for Dewsbury if it carries on.
Go one.
Andy
Well,
Thornley
middle,
brought down on that first tackle. He had a loan spell at Whitehaven back in
Still
2009
Still one.
before
Right.
signing for the club. And here come Whitehaven
Still one.
now. They're
2.
looking to get back
Move.
in this
2.
game because
On here, Paul.
although there's still 24 minutes
Hold.
remaining in this
Ball
one,
2.
it's only a matter of time before the scoreboard and clock start to work against the Cumbrians
back
here
out.
at the Tetley Stadium. They have the ball 10 metres
Go
inside
third.
the Dewsbury half. Taylor to
Who's
Williams. Williams now to Walker.
4.
Big
Move.
thunderous hit
Back.
there
Harrison
as
back.
Fraser Morris, Paul Sykes and Anakin bring him down. Chance here now for Williams to Dixon. Good hands over on that left hand
5.
edge.
Last.
They're brought down on the last
5.
tackle, 15 metres
Go
out.
5.
It was Liam Finn with the tackle.
Okay, hold on.
Crossfield kick here. Looking for Wormsley.
Ooh,
The
dear.
Dewsbury player has been taken out in the air.
JJ,
It was
Matty.
young
got
Lachlan
it.
Wormsley. He
Matty.
didn't really time
That.
his challenge
He said
and
all right,
contact.
he said
It doesn't matter if he
James,
was looking at the
James.
ball and not
yeah,
the
no, I know
player.
you've all right.
The minute the player is aerial and airborne, you make contact, it's going to be a penalty. And Will
dangerous,
Oakes,
is
thankfully, will get to his feet and will be able to continue. Dewsbury Rams
You all right, Will?
awarded their 5th penalty of the evening.
It's good for Dewsbury that now. They're back in control. They can steady the the pace, or they can pick the pace up. It's up to them. Nice kicking touch, get back up the field and finish the set in their 20.
Well, don't forget, Tony, you are casting the deciding Our League Man of the Match vote this evening. Hungry defence there. Worthington trying to take Knowles into touch on this main stand side. And now Whitehaven, their eagerness will be their downfall.
Dewsbury have just got to keep playing now. They're frustrated at Whitehaven. They're questioning referee. They're not happy about things. Best thing that Dewsbury can do is just keep coming after them as quick as they can. Keep putting them under pressure.
I'm talking there, Tom.
Fleming tries the hasty tap and go, but the referee not happy that was taken in the correct position.
Okay, Matty.
And a chance here now for Dewsbury. We have just over 20 minutes left. Is this where we see that game management of Finn and Sykes? He was looking at the post there, Paul Sykes. He was almost like just having a bit of a dreamy gaze. Might be a little bit too early, but who knows? Days at dummy half. Now it goes towards Sykes. It goes to Morris. Morris, a charge on the diagonal towards the line. He's halted 2 metres out. That's how close Dewsbury are. They're looking for their 4th try of the evening. Oakes comes in from his wing position, and that's the 4th tackle here for the Dewsbury Rams underneath the Whitehaven post. They lead by 16 points to 4. They're looking for more points. Paul Sykes along the line. A chance here for Dewsbury. They're still keeping the ball going right in that far corner as it comes across here from Andy Gabriel. Gabriel's brought down. Last tackle for Lee Greenwood's side. Sykes is calling for it. Finn has it instead. Bullet pass there towards Paul Sykes. Sykes twisted and turning. Great defence from Whitehaven. And Paul Sykes, his attacking play is halted. There's still life yet in this Whitehaven side.
Still not a bad place to hand the ball over, is it? They're putting pressure back into Whitehaven. They're in their own 3 or 4 metre zone here. It's not a nice place to come out of. They've got to create some energy here of Whitehaven, so it's a good set for Dewsbury. Keep making them work, put them under pressure.
Referee just giving Whitehaven a bit of time there. Little bit gingerly as we enter the final quarter of what has been a fantastic, entertaining game. Yes, there have been a couple of penalties and errors, but it is only game 1 of the season. And the referee say tackle has been completed before that offload. So Whitehaven will get another chance here. How long is it, Tony, before you're looking at Carl Dixon, Nico Williams and potentially Greg McNally just trying to create something, be a spark, a catalyst to get their 2nd try of the evening?
They've got to get some energy first, mate, from the forwards. The forwards have just slowed down a little bit. They're not finding the front as good. Till they can generate some of that, I don't think it's going to come, mate.
The kick from Williams dealt with by Gabriel on the Dewsbury try line as Gabriel moves it over on that right-hand edge. 1s and 2s in this defensive line now for Whitehaven. They are trying to force a Dewsbury error. As Tony has said, Dewsbury just edging the enthusiasm stakes as Day goes down the middle. Good fend there from young Aidan Roden of the Wigan Warriors. He just stood his ground there. As Sam Day is forced to play the ball with Finn in there at dummy half. It goes now towards Walton. Walton's rolled over. 2 metres shy of halfway here. Tackle remaining as it goes towards Garrett. Garrett just had to tuck that ball up his jumper there and make sure he kept hold of it. 16 points to 4, the Rams lead. They're on the last tackle. Lee and Finn. Straight downtown. And Wormsley takes that one. And then there's a little bit of a juggle there in front of the post. And now Dewsbury hunting this Whitehaven side to potentially come up with another error. But as you said, Tony,
turning them round in their own 10, they're keeping them there where they want them. And Whitehaven are struggling a little bit now to get out of their own 50.
Can Brett Phillips back out there on the field make an impact?
Hold it here.
His brother Callum Phillips serving a 4-game suspension And let's not forget that Whitehaven out without Sam Dowsett, Ryan King and Dion Eyre as they go for a 40-20. But that one has just gone straight down the throat of Dewsbury fullback Joe Martin. And he can add a bit of energy and enthusiasm into that run. Electrifying pace up to halfway. And now Dewsbury will have a fresh set of 6 inside or around that Whitehaven half as Gabriel is rolled over on his back. Williams, one of the Whitehaven defenders there. Here goes Magrin. Magrin with a ponytail, still going. John Magrin.
Release, that's 3.
This is tackle number 3 for the Rams. Is it still too early to talk about going for a pivotal 1 point?
Great carry.
There's a good carry here from Adam Ryder. As the ball's come down, it's kicked along. This is Harlem Globetrotter stuff here as Garrett picks it up. And he's brought down 12 metres out, right in front of the posts here. Sykes it at dummy half. Lovely reverse pass towards Morris. And does Liam Finn go for it? They have the option. They're going to go on this short-hand side. It goes towards Paul Sykes. Paul Sykes in at the corner to Oakes. That one, a boomerang pass, adjudged forward. The try will not count. And it remains 16 points to 4 as we see a replay here. And I think that one, when you look at where the pass is made here by Paul Sykes, 5 metres out, and it's caught pretty much on the try line.
Still not a bad place to turn the ball over. You know, they're coming out of their own 10 now, a Whitehaven. Let's just make them play, see if they can force an error out of them overplaying.
What have Whitehaven got left in the tank? When we were talking to Gary Charlton, who of course has been at Whitehaven for the past couple of seasons, the son of Paul Charlton, you might remember, the Great Britain World Cup winner. Gary was a little bit bemused about the kick-off time here, especially when a lot of his players are down at Sellafield in the morning at 6 o'clock. But I think the Rugby Football League have addressed those issues, and Whitehaven won't be playing any more Saturday evening games in West Yorkshire. Last tackle here for Whitehaven. Dixon, high, perfectly weighted. It's caught on the full there, but over on the far stand side, referee Aaron Moore says a knock on. Gabriel goes away with the ball. The referee's whistle had already gone, and another chance there for Whitehaven with 15 minutes remaining has come to nothing, with Andy Thornley there on the end of that Dixon bomb, but unfortunately immediately wrapped up. And then the error came.
I think Dewsbury just needs to focus on now, return the ball back in their 10, if not score a try. Just get the ball back up there, because this is first time Whitehaven have been down in this area of the field in a little while now. Oh dear.
It's another 6 again here for the Dewsbury Rams.
I think it's going to blow up this, mate. I think there's a few tempers ready for going.
Well, we did have a bit of a mini skirmish in that first half. So far, tempers have remained at bay as Knowles to Oakes. Just shy of halfway.
Stand up. You stay clear on the mark. That's 3.
Aaron Moore tells Will Oakes to play the ball as Martin now scampers forward.
Find space.
Liam Finn
Go 4.
calls for the ball, but instead it goes towards Morris.
Surrender.
And they're 25 metres out now on that last tackle.
Just looking, Finney's put the ball up every time, put it up nice and high, but he hasn't turned them over, he hasn't put it on the floor, turned the wingers round or anything like that all game. Just wondering why that is.
Great takeover on the far stand side, Liam Finn though. This is the game management, and I know we talked about this, Tony, before the game, but when you look at Paul Sykes and Liam Finn, it's not often you have a combined age of 76 between both halfbacks, but Paul Sykes and Liam Finn bring that experience and vital game management to this Dewsbury side. And whatever people's thoughts are on players' ages, you are seeing that game management here.
Yeah, you are now. Now that they've settled into the game, the forwards are laying the platform. Finn's got a lot of room to play now. He's got a lot of space and time.
40.
I reckon that they'll close the game down in the next 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay, now he's giving 10.
That kick there from Dixon straight down the front of Oakes.
Okay, shoulder.
And as we said, 12 and a half minutes remaining
Stand up.
here in the second half in Game 5 from the Betfred Championship. It's round 1. Don't forget those 2 games tomorrow. Sheffield against Bradford. And then in the northeast, Newcastle, the new boys against the Widnes Vikings. Simon Finnegan taking the Vikings up to his former club. Hopefully I'm back from the Sheffield game to watch that tomorrow evening. But what a great weekend it's been for the start of the new Rugby League Championship season. Whitehaven backed up on their own 10-metre line. Last tackle, says the referee. Sykes, another perfectly weighted high hanging kick, and let's not forget Greg McNally is not going underneath those balls, and here we go, we've got a nice little run from Lachlan Walmsley, and Walmsley's being holding the tackle there, and the referee is saying you get on and play with it. Walmsley to his feet, he'll play the ball.
Definitely going to ball over this one, mate. You can see it coming, can't you?
Well, you've been out in these types of situations.
Kicks it off, mate. You can see it coming.
Like we say, Whitehaven
Back here, get here.
out, not without Greg McNally for the final 12 minutes. He's gone off the field with an injury. Williams now to Dixon. Good quick hands over on that left edge.
Move that in.
Third tackle gone for Whitehaven. Can they get themselves back in this game? 11 minutes to go. Williams now to Walker. Walker's rolled over in front of the post. One tackle remaining here for Gary Charlton's side. Oh, Williams has lost the ball on contact there from Michael Knowles. And that has really compounded the problem for Whitehaven there. And Williams just looked to be suffering with a bit of a knock on the right-hand shoulder there, but he's back on his feet and he's making that tackle there, a crucial tackle on Will Oakes. You almost suspect if it is going to be Liam Finn or Paul Sykes who put a drop goal over, that could be all she wrote this evening, but we've got 10 minutes left here. Whitehaven need that ball, more importantly, they need it in good ball position as Sam Day interchanges and Rhys Butterworth comes back out there on the field for the final 10 minutes, and here goes Rhys Butterworth through a gap. Rhys Butterworth making telling metres, and Rhys Butterworth adjudged to have lost the ball there on contact with young Aidan Roden, and that will be a play the ball here for Whitehaven.
It's going to be interesting now to see how Whitehaven return this. I know that they're frustrated, and I know that Dewsbury have kept him out now for 30 minutes, so they're very frustrated. They're not getting the rub of the grass with the ball, with the headers what are coming, so they need something now to flip the game if it's going to come.
Go one.
Well, we're looking for a reaction, a spark, a catalyst, a bang, something that shows that Whitehaven are still alive and kicking in this game here this evening under the floodlights at the Tetley Stadium on the top of Shaw Cross, Dewsbury Moor, here in West Yorkshire. 10 metres inside that Dewsbury half. Dixon, lovely line break, offloads the ball, that's come off a Dewsbury harm for mine. Well, the referee says no. We'll see on the replay if it did. Whitehaven thought it did. I think it might have just been Dixon just trying to get the ball and smuggle it out, but we're not in the caves of Whitby or Redcar. We're here in West Yorkshire, and the referee is going to say that is a knock-on.
It's just, I think as well, it's good defence. I think it's Fleming there. He's had a couple of good tries there. He's put his centre about in defence, and he's put his centre in for some big carries as well. But good defence, not under pressure too much, just supporting each other. Good.
Go one on that mark, Matty.
Well, in around 5 minutes' time, Tony, you're going to announce the OurLeague man of the match. A lot of contenders out there. Matt Fleming certainly will be there. Also Jason Walton for his impact, and certainly Lachlan Walmsley for Whitehaven. He has been safe as houses under those high balls and is now at full-back with Greg McNally off the field. Dewsbury, tackle remaining. Michael Knowles is calling for it right here on this main stand side, but they'll go down the middle with Morris, and Morris is wrapped up 5 metres inside the Whitehaven half on that fifth and last tackle. Here goes Liam Finn. Once again, game management, looking to find touch, and he does find touch, and that is what a 37 and 39-year-old half-back partnership brings.
And that's what your forwards want as well. Walk up, just get back onto the line in their own time, have a look what's up, and just carry on defending like they have. Now, let's just run this game out. Good management by Finn.
Tighter, Aaron. John, tighter.
Well, you are watching Dewsbury against Whitehaven on the OurLeague app with myself, Mick Gledall, and Tony Tonks this evening, as Whitehaven have now come up with another error. Rhys Butterworth was the Dewsbury Rams defender who was in close proximity there, and this now is a chance for Dewsbury to close out this game. 7 minutes remaining, and that is not what Whitehaven wanted. There was Rhys Butterworth and Michael Knowles in that two-man tackle, and Whitehaven, in their haste to get a quick play of the ball, have come up with error number 12 of the evening.
I think if Dewsbury just step it up now, put a bit more intensity in and close this game out, they can sneak another try in and then try and kill the game after it.
And I think when you talk about 12 errors, that's 12 times you are giving your opponents a fresh set of 6.
And it's the wrong area of the field to do that.
Butterworth to Finn, to Sykes. Back on the inside towards Knowles. Knowles with that scrum cap, push back.
Hold.
We have just a little over 6 minutes remaining here, as it goes down the middle now with Tomlinson. Tomlinson, free, grey and green shirted defenders on him. It goes back to Finn. Finn for the crucial 1 point between the posts, and Liam Finn will extend Dewsbury's lead here, and that will be the game here, and that will be the game, you feel, because they have a crucial free score cushion now. It's 17 points to 4. And just like we've said, Paul Sykes, Liam Finn, it's not often you've got that combined age of 76 in the halfbacks, but that is that game management there.
That's brilliant, and it's all come from control of the ruck. They've got into Whitehaven, they've frustrated them, they've kept going at them, and they've made them overplay. And it gives Liam Finn and Sykes that opportunity to put them over.
Well, Whitehaven have got the ball back from the kick-off, and we've got 6 minutes left here. Are we about to see a late rally, a late comeback? I tell you what, cannot wait for Sheffield v Bradford in the morning. And they're offside here, the Dewsbury Rams. And there's a chance here now for Whitehaven, because the scoreboard and clock is against them. And we just saw perhaps Jason Mossop wanting to quickly take it. It'll be Aidan Brogan who will take it. They'll move the ball over on that left-hand edge of Whitehaven. They are going to cross in at the corner. The referee will look to the touch judge, and he will point the finger, and that is James Worthington, who slid over out wide. No, it's not James Worthington, apologies. It is. It's Mossop.
It's old man Mossop. It's a cracking try. It's just a couple of errors by Dewsbury, and luckily enough, they've just kept, at the beginning of the game where Whitehaven had the shape and just played, they just kept the shape there and let the ball go.
Thanks, mate.
Last thing Dewsbury need now is that frustration to come in. They've just got to get that ball kicked off and force an error.
Lachlan Walmsley will attempt the conversion. He's took it back nearly 30 metres. He's given it an almighty hoof, and that one has just gone wide, and it's 17 points to 8. But we've just seen there Jason Mossop, his community club up there in Cumbria, Hensingham. And that's a couple of famous players, Simon Knox, once upon a time, of the Bradford Bulls, and also Craig Murdoch, coming from Hensingham. And we've just seen a replay of the try here. It was on the back of that penalty, and it's this lovely bullet pass here, straight into the arms. And Mossop dies over unopposed in the corner. 17 points to 8.
We're in the last 5 minutes.
Just see, they're taking the time and the kick-off now, Jules. We're just winding the clock down. But it's like I mentioned here, they've got to get a good set of 6 out here and just force an error if they can, and just see how it comes back, and just complete the set, just manage the game now. There's only 3 minutes left, 4 minutes left. See how they can close this game out. This is where you want Finn to stand up and close it out.
Well, Dewsbury's last win here was way back in 2016. Paul Sykes with 12 of the Rams' 20 points in a 20 points to 4 win. Similar sort of scoreline, real tight. And certainly, when you talk about the Dewsbury Rams, Lee Greenwood will be delighted that if they can hold on here in the final 4 minutes to try and get a crucial 2 points, and their season off to a flying start. For Whitehaven, they'll have next weekend off before they host Newcastle Thunder at the Recreation Ground a week on Sunday. Whitehaven have a spring on the step. They're going to finish the game the stronger of the two sides
they're
here.
Making some easy meters here, aren't they?
Just to let the viewers know once again, the clock on your screens not a true representation
Okay,
of the game.
Lachlan's
As a
okay.
lovely inside kick here. We'll see
Okay, play on.
Dewsbury
Play on.
diffuse the danger under the floodlights. And that was a great take there. Under pressure from Whitehaven. And that was Joe Martin.
2, move Aiden.
They're just carrying it forward now. They're just shaping up, winding the clock down, Dewsbury. You could tell that Whitehaven are chucking everything at them with the ball, but you can just see Dewsbury all bunched up there together, just rolling the game out. Get to a kick, get it in touch.
Oh, hang on a second. They've gone without the ball here. Have the Dewsbury Rams. Oh, and that was a dangerous lift. A dangerous lift there by Aaron Hall. And it's going to be a penalty right in front of the post, 38 metres out. Well, there's 2.5 minutes remaining on the clock. Whitehaven have their 6th penalty of the evening. The clock has been stopped because Will Oakes is down receiving treatment. And we just saw a little bit of a dangerous lift. He was put back down on terra firma. And Fraser Morris just gets a little bit of a talking to from Aaron Moore. So, 2.5 minutes. It's not in the realm of possibility, Tony.
Yeah.
And we'll take this ample time now for the Betfred Championship, our league man of the match.
Oh, it's been good, hasn't it? I think the bench from Dewsbury have come on and really lift the game. Jason Walton been fantastic, brought some energy, really positive game. Sam Day has been fantastic. I think he just misses out. Just this young lad, Matthew Fleming, he's been outstanding. He's finished his tries fantastic. He's put his body on the line to save some tries. He looks a good young kid coming through, so Matthew Fleming's my man of the match.
You're going with Matt Fleming then, the Our League man of the match. And there we go. If ever a 10-second period would sum up a game. There you go, Whitehaven. That is error number 14. And unfortunately, they have been the architects of their own downfall this evening. And as we said, they will host the Newcastle Thunder a week on Sunday at the Recreation Ground for the Dewsbury Rams. They have the week off due to their exit in the Challenge Cup before travelling over to Cheshire, where they will face the Widnes Vikings on a Saturday evening game. I think I might actually be going to that one to cover that one, but certainly be interested to see if the Rams can go back-to-back. But we'll get a penny for your thoughts at the end, Tony, for Whitehaven, and a reflection on the performance. But we are heading towards the final 90 seconds. And Tomlinson will play the ball, and they'll shift it on the right edge there. Lovely offload from Walton. Goes back towards Tomlinson. And Tomlinson is brought down 5 metres inside the Dewsbury half. Well, the clock behind the post says the hooter's going to sound any second, but we've still got a couple of seconds remaining on the clock. And the referee will say knock on there. Aaron Hall has lost the ball forward, and it will be a play the ball here to Whitehaven. And this will probably be the final set of 6. And there we can see Matt Fleming, the former St Helens and London Broncos man. 2 crucial tries in the second half. And we're down to the final set of this game as Whitehaven fling the ball out wide towards Worthington. And Worthington has lost the ball there. And that now will surely be it. Dewsbury 17, Whitehaven 8.
Have you run out of ink marking all these errors down? It's been messy, hasn't it, with errors and things, but it's early in the season, first game of the season. Both teams have got some areas to pick up on and just sharpen up on.
Well, we're just playing down the final few seconds here. It was really tight in that first half. Took a while for either side to really get going, a lot amongst the set restarts and the errors. But with seconds left here at the Tetley Stadium in Dewsbury. It is going to be the Dewsbury Rams who start the season with 2 points. Hall brought down there, and there we have it. The full-time hooter sounds with Dewsbury Rams picking up their first win at home against Whitehaven since 2016. And when we spoke to Lee Greenwood before kick-off, he said as a playing group, he feels that the side let themselves down against Whitehaven in the Challenge Cup 2 weeks ago. He knows they can do better, and they've been really tough on each other during the past 2 weeks in training. and they have really come up with a big performance this evening and 2 points.
Definitely, I think the second half was the better half for Dewsbury. I think the first half it was just hard to get going, but as soon as the bench come on for Dewsbury, I just think that they started taking the game to Whitehaven, and that energy, that enthusiasm that Jason Walton brought and Sam Day and Aaron were fantastic, and it gave people like Fleming and Ryder a platform to run at them and mess the defence around again. And Fleming scored a couple of cracking tries off back of it, and I think Fleming were error-free as well.
When you look at what happened 2 weeks ago, Tony, how much of a factor would that have been in Dewsbury's preparation? As we said, Lee Greenwood said they've been tough on each other in training for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, you can be really tough.